joined now by Long Beach State coach Dan Monson and student athletes Aboubacar Traore and Lassina Traore. Coach, if you would please start us off with some opening comments.
What a great week. What a great week. What a privilege to have the team that has that kind of character, that all year struggled to be consistent, and all year struggled defensively, and to just be able to figure out a way for 3 straight games. And today was such a rewarding win because it didn't go very good for us. I mean, we always say we have to chain up and don't be a weak link. They were tugging on our chain like crazy today. We really had some struggle offensively. We started the game really locked in defensively, but you know, our offense led to a lot of easy baskets for them, which got them into a flow. And we said we're in Vegas. Yesterday, you know, was a heavyweight fight, and so was this one. And I'm just so proud of their character, and as good a basketball players they are, they're better human beings, and that means more to me than anything. That there's none of them that I would trade. You know, if this is my last year coaching or not, or it certainly is here, but I wouldn't trade this group to go out with than anyone. So I feel pretty blessed and lucky to ride with these guys, and I've been to the NCAA tournament. My wife said it, she's never had drugs in her life, but it's got to be a similar feeling, because it's a high that I'm really expecting these guys to enjoy and soak in. And I think this is a team that can win games in the tournament, and we're going to go find out.
Okay, time for some questions here.
Who are you talking to back home, to Ivory Coast, or are we on? Can we wait to call your dad later?
Coach JJ Fiddler, 562.org. You and I have talked after every game at home this season about what you just said, waiting for that consistency to hit. You knew it was there. You kept talking. We got it. What was it? Was it the galvanizing moment earlier this week where they got your back, or was it something in the X's and O's? Because you've been asking for it all year, and it just came at the perfect time.
It did, and that's what March is. That's what March is about. I don't think it's explainable. I mean, that's probably a question for them, what they think clicked, and why. But it did. I mean, I think one of the things Jadon said in here yesterday that we've really been preaching is we've been playing with each other for a year, but we have to play for each other, and they certainly did that. I mean, the connection on our bench to the guys that were out there it was just really gratifying to see that it did click in. I don't know, do you guys have an opinion on why it clicked in this week so much more?
I would say the main thing was we were trying to have our coach back. You know, he been here for 17 years, and for us, it would be really bad, you know, for him to just leave without anything. And then, you know, we would just, like, no matter what happened, we would just give everything, you know, like make sure that they say Coach Monson left, but he had a championship. That was the main thing. And also for him, he's been like a great mentor for us, a great leader for us this week, you know, because they decided part of the way. He could have easily said, all right, let's just play, you know, but he wanted to win. You know, he wanted to do his job to the end. And then as a player, we couldn't, like, just see that and then just be like, they fire our coach, we don't play no more, we just gonna just do whatever and just get our first round and stuff. But instead, we were just like, he's motivated, you know. They decided part of the way. He's been here 17 years, but he still want to win, still want to do his job to the end. And then we were like, we're going to do the same thing. And then I look at him right after they told us, like, he won't be here next year. He called me. He was like, hey, like, I know how you play, what's going on and stuff. And we had some conversation, and he was like, I know how you play. This is why you can't do. The team needs this. This is why we've been missing from you and stuff. And then I was like, hey, you know me more than everybody, because I've been here 3 years and stuff. And then you seeing me grow, like, from a boy to, like, a man. And if this is what you want me to do, I'll do it. And then, you know, from that, we just I think that was the click, you know, for him to just not giving up, after 17 years, they tell you you can't be here next year, but you still decide to do your job to the end. That's the click.
Yeah, but the day they came in the locker room and announced that our coach wasn't gonna come back next year, it was a sad moment for everybody in the locker room. Everybody was sad, and the guys wasn't even motivated no more. So we had to find another gear, and we know that then fire him is not only his fault. It was everybody's fault. He's not on the court playing with us. We making mistakes. We losing games. It's not on only him. So he's on the whole team. So the leaders of the team, we are several meetings and we are talk about it. Say we cannot like take this for granted. They fire our coach. We have to have his back. And he came in the locker room. He told us. He said we didn't let him down the whole season, and he's not gonna let us down now that we have to go to a tournament. You're gonna keep riding with us. You're gonna stay with us the whole time. So we couldn't just come out over here and just play games like it don't mean anything for us. So we decided we will win this tournament for the coach because this is last tournament or last games in Long Beach State. So we wanted to win this for him, and I really appreciate everything he told me. And I came here 2 years ago because of my brother, of course. But he really, as a coach, he really embraced me and opened arms, taught me a lot. And he had a great family. His wife, Darcy, is right there. She always taking care of us, and I really appreciate everything that done for me. And I'm happy. I'm super happy for him today that we have won this championship. And I'm grateful, and I'm blessed to be a part of this group. I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you.
Love you, man.
Yeah, love you too, Coach.
Miguel Rodriguez, New University, UC Irvine. A question for both Dan and Lassina. So Lassina, after 5 points in the first half, you ended the night with 25. For Coach, I wanted to ask, what adjustment did you make, and what did you tell Lassina specifically to help him flourish in the paint? And for Lassina, what was going on in your mind as you just right when the second half started, you started dominating the paint? Like, what was going through your mind during that time?
My teammate just gave me the confidence there in the locker room. They say the bigs on the other team cannot mess with me. You know what I'm saying? So they told me to take over, and I know I'm capable of doing that. So the first time I wasn't forcing it because they were trying to double team. I was kicking it now for my shooters and stuff, but they told me in the locker room they believe in me and they're going to find me. I just have to keep going. If I'm not open, then I can pass it. But I just came out and do what I love to do, you know what I'm saying? Dominate. I know they couldn't stop me, so I just kept going. And then my teammates did a great job finding me, and so I wasn't forcing no shots, and it was it was a click moment for me, and
Yeah, we felt like going into the game that our advantage was in the paint, and the first half we just were so, excited, overamped, adrenaline that we just couldn't stick to and they've been so good all week about being taking the game plan and taking it to the thing, but we were pleading to them in the first half. I mean, at halftime, the paint points were 16-6 them, and there's no way we're going to win that way. And we're 2 for 10 from three, and this whole year when we've had success, it's playing inside out. And these two are I think the two best big. But Kadir's not big, but I mean he plays. Their big has to guard him, and so we have such an advantage at both the 4 and the 5 positions, and especially when we put like this tournament put Kadir at the point, and now he's got a big on him. And he's getting downhill and making good things happen. But I think Sincu Carey, and that's the people that really get lost in this week is I'm blessed. My career is great, but my assistants, for them to this is a great week for them as far as hopefully being able to land on their feet, because that's what I worry about. Their contracts are over at the end of March, which to me is the hardest thing in this whole week. But Sincu Carey is my offensive coordinator, and at the 12-minute timeout, he said to them, please, no one shoot the ball till Bazilic touches it. He doesn't have to shoot it, but it's got to go in there. And again, they just stuck to that game plan. We ran the same play probably, how many times did we run away tonight? 10 times, 12 times, which it's a double away for Jadon. So everybody's got to honor the other side of the court. So there's no help. And he took his time. He was just really, I thought he was getting mugged in there. I mean, in California, I think there's laws against some of that stuff going on. But I guess in Vegas you can get away with that. But but he's a strong man, and he stayed on balance, and he's had games like the first couple times he played Irvine, he got off balance in those situations, but he kept his balance today, and both of these guys were men among boys all week.
Coach, I'm with the Arizona Daily Star down in Tucson. Now, a few years ago when Coach Olson passed away, you had some really nice comments about him, and said that class was the word that you would use to describe him. Obviously, a great Long Beach State coach in his own right. With this team going to the NCAA tournament, you joined Jerry Tarkanian as one of the few guys that's ever taken Long Beach State to multiple NCAA tournaments. What's the word or the sentence that you would like people to remember your tenure at Long Beach State?
That he did it the right way on and off the court. That would be what I would like to hopefully be remembered by. It wasn't just about wins and losses. It was doing it with principle and doing it with integrity. It's a tough business, and I'm okay with what other people do, but I got to look in that mirror, and I got to look at these players, and hopefully, when I recruit kids, I always tell them that their parents and their guardians, that if you trust me with your young man in 4, 5, 3 years, I'll give you back a grown man. And I think we've had a lot of guys go through this program that, and it's been a really gratifying week to hear from a lot of them that grew up in this program and were able to leave here and go out in society and be good fathers, good people in the community, and I'm just proud of all that. And one thing before I forget, this dude right here is practicing Ramadan, and for him, like yesterday was really difficult because we started at 6. He didn't have anything to eat or drink all day long until halftime. And to be the MVP of this tournament and to have a triple-double, and be able to do that without, and being, that's what I'm talking about, being true to his religion, being true to his family, being true to his morals and ethics, and still be able to play like that. I'm the luckiest guy in the world, My wife, on the first day when I didn't know if it was going to be my last day or not, I was stressing a little bit, and she said, don't forget, we always say when we have a bad day, who would you really trade your life with? Who's out there that you would rather have your life than mine? And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm lucky. There's nobody I would rather be, or anybody to trade. The people that I've met in this business, my friends, my family, being able to grow up in this business and be a part of Long Beach State basketball, and JJ, when he was in college, they were court kids mopping the floor, and they were too young, and Vic Seglis, the AD, was reprimanding me because they didn't know what they were doing, but they grew up here, and that's why I wanted them in the locker room, and I wanted them in this press conference, because this win for these guys and everything, certainly we're proud to represent the university, but it came down to this week. We did it for each other. We did it for our families.
To touch back on what Coach Monson was saying, like he said, I was fasting this whole week, but the first day we started fasting and stuff. His wife, Darcy, she's over there, she cooked at 10 p.m. and then had her son send me food so I can eat some good food the next day. And I didn't even know they remembered that we would start fasting and stuff. But she just remembered, she sent me fried rice, because she know I love that. water, juice, and stuff. And then they even text me. It's like, oh, like, do you need anything else? It's like, Long Beach State is not just Coach Monson coaching, but it's like his whole family are invested to the university. His wife, she came in our locker room and clean up. She don't have to do that. But she
obsessive compulsive, clean freak. So she's not gonna walk through your guys' locker room and not clean that. I'll tell you that.
Cause like every at least 3 to 4 times a week, she just bringing food to the locker room and stuff. We don't even know she just bringing food to the locker room. And then one day she came, it was dirty, and then she just decided to clean the kitchen, everything. And then we just came the next day, and it was just everything was clean. I was like, who did that? And they were like, Darcy did it. And I was like, she's amazing. She is amazing.
Okay, we have time
Thank
for
you, Darcy.
And she's lucky because she married me. So
No, you're
also
lucky
lucky.
because you married her. You married her.
Okay, one last question.
Alex Perez, Valley View News. So this is questions for either of you guys. What did you guys think of your guard play today? Sahonis had a great game. He's been consistent the entire tournament. And Jadon had an outstanding game on the defense. It seemed like every time you guys were slapping the floor, something amazing happened when he had his finish on one end and then he goes on for a block right on the other. It just seemed so consistent.
Like Lassina was saying earlier, we had a meeting early this week, before the tournament on like what we can do to win and stuff. And so like nobody was like caring about their personal stat. Everything was towards the team. Jadon Jones had 3 points the first game, but he had 15 the next game. And he was just focusing on what he does best. It's just shoot when he can, but also play defense, and then impose the rhythm defensively by slapping the floor. And then we know that when Jadon slaps the floor, he gonna get a steal or a block. That's how it is. I don't know how I explain that, but when he slaps the floor, it's like there's a stop coming up. That's just how it is. That's just Jadon. And then Marcus also, he's been hurt like for the past 3-4 weeks and stuff, and then playing through injury and stuff. It's just what we call like sacrifice for the team, because that's his last year in college. He doesn't know what's gonna happen tomorrow, but he was sure about something. He wanted to win, and then I was like, whatever I can do to help you to get there, I'll do it. And that's what happened this week.
Hey, we'll see you guys next week, right?
Congratulations.
Sounds
Thanks,
pretty
Joe.
good.
Thank you.